Hey you guys, it's your girl, the Real True Divine Feminine. I come with a quick little message for you guys. Listen, you guys, let me tell y'all something. Don't worry about how I look. I'm handling business. Listen, somebody is so dumb and so stupid. Somebody had put an insurance policy on you, said you was deceased, cashed in the insurance policy like you was deceased. They put it like you was no longer here on this earth, that you was gone from off this earth, and they cashed in on this insurance policy. Whoever did this is going to jail. When I say they're going to jail, they are going straight to jail. These people said you was dead. These people said you was dead. Lied to folks about you being dead. Then they cashed in on the policy. When they cashed in on the policy, they paid somebody to stalk and watch you and to even try to take you out. The person that they paid to take you out got close to you and ended up falling in love with you. And now, these people going to jail. These people are going underneath the jailhouse because they lied, collected money, saying you was deceased, paid somebody else to take you out. The person got next to you, couldn't take you out because you was nothing like what the people said. So the person played their cards right, and the person went to them people and let them people know the plan and everything that they tried to do to you. They wanted you gone. Hey, they dropped a lot of their l'argent on your head. They was partying up, buying new cars, all the rest of that with the money that they cashed in on a life insurance policy that they had on your life. I remember, if I find a video, I'ma tag it in here. I remember a couple of years ago, I had made a video about that situation, about people trying to cash in on your life insurance policy. Put a secret life insurance policy on you. Cashed it in or whatever. They cashed it in, paid somebody a lot of money. That's what I be telling y'all. I keep telling y'all. Paper trail, them IEP addresses, your locations, they don't be lying. Y'all be trying to do stuff under secret numbers and all that. Them throwaways get caught up anyway. Them government phones, that ain't nothing but for the feds. Them throwaways, baby, listen, all that get y'all caught up. Whoever these people is, they going down. Everything that they wish for you is now turning to them. These people, bro, swearing on heaven and earth that is you doing something to them, but it's not. It is what they put out. They put this out in the universe, so that's why they're getting it back. That's why I always tell people, be careful about what you put out. Be careful of the seeds that you sow, because you're going to reap that harvest, no matter what that seed is. If you do good, you get good back. If you do bad, you do bad. You get bad back. Point blank and period. Whatever you put out, it got to come back. It got to come back. And that's what's going on right now. And somebody is so upset. Somebody is so mad with you. Thinking of a master plan. Make it make some sense. All right. So for number one, they put Their first fault was they put an insurance policy in your name. Bam. For number two is they lied and said you was dead, so they cashed in on the policy. You feel me? So that's number two and number three. Bam. Number four is, why they trying to spin the Benny, come back and try to be friendly with you? thinking of how they can come back and talk to you, to be friendly with you, to befriend you, to save their own face. Man, I keep telling y'all, I'm not trying to tell y'all what I do. I know y'all don't like the way I be saying stuff or how I be delivering stuff, but I'm always going to speak my truth and stand in my truth. I'm not trying to tell y'all what to do, but listen, I keep telling y'all, if you ain't associated with somebody, if you got somebody completely out your system, like, yeah, we done for, like, you done for, my boy. I'm done with you. If you not fooling with nobody and doing all the rest of it, they try to spin the bin and try to spin the block on you, no. Us as people, when I say us, I mean me too, because I didn't fail for the okie dokie before. We tend to have soft spots for people, especially people who do us wrong. We have, whether they family, friends, exes, or whatever. Oh, that's my child father. Ain't that same child father of yours paid people to take you out? Oh, that's my sister. And that same sister put their hit out on your head. Oh, that's my ex-lover. I used to be so in love with him. And that same ex-lover was the one that dropped that bag on you. So guess what? That don't hold no weight. You know what holds some weight nowadays in life? Is you being truthful and honest to you. Is you being your true authentic self. Is you learning the lessons and receiving all your blessings from the lessons that you have learned. That is it. Because listen, people think that you are dumb. People think that you are stupid. They lied and told these people this, that you wasn't smart, you was dumb, you would never catch on, you would never put two and two together, but you beat them at your own game. I tell folks this all the time. Always play dumb. When I say always, man, always play dumb, but never be dumb. Always play like you don't know nothing. Always play like oh, really? Oh, well, how I do this? How I do that? Always beat them at their own game, bro. Always beat them at their own game. See, these people that came against you, they came against you behind a F-boy or F-girl and what they said about you. Ain't know you from Adam, Eve, Steve, or Breve. They didn't know you. But they believed what somebody else said. They thought somebody had enough street credibility, business credibility, all this credibility. And they ain't had no credibility when it came to your life. Because all these people misjudge you. All these people put their mouth on you. All these people tried to harm you behind some lies and some false accusations. Now, mind you, remember they wanted you gone. I really miss my homies, even though you're gone away. They wanted you gone, you heard me? They wanted them singing at your service. That's what they wanted. They wanted all that happening. Now it's happening to them. Now stuff is hitting close to them, hitting home, you heard me? Hitting their families, hitting their children, hitting their spouses. Like, a lot of stuff is falling down. Hey, they wanted your household to be turned upside down. Their families is breaking up. If they married, man, they marriage in shambles. You hear me? They constantly fighting. They constantly fussing. It is in shambles. If they got kids, they wanted you and your kids to be living in a crazy household. Man, if they got kids, their kids is in shambles. Their kids need to go sit on somebody's couch and talk about all the stuff that they face with now. Everything that they wanted for you is coming back to them. So once again, y'all got to be careful what y'all putting out here. Y'all got to be careful of what y'all want for other people's life. Like I said, the world would be such a better place if you just mind your business, stay in your own lane, and focus on what you have going on. And stop trying to come for other people. Stop trying to do all this stuff to other people. Now, you done got your clown ass in a situation and circumstances because, for number one, how you go put a insurance policy on somebody without their knowledge? Don't get it twisted. Now, I want to say this. It does happen a lot. You'd be surprised who got an insurance policy on you. It could have been an ex for 20 years ago. It could have been your ex-mother-in-law. Could have been your best friends. You'd be surprised who got insurance policies on people because they feel like they don't have insurance. But this person, they put an insurance policy on you, and then they backdoored and they cashed it out like you was deceased. Made a fake death certificate, bro. Made a fake death certificate to get this money on your behalf. They out here wilding. That is diabolical. to be out here doing some cutthroat, conniving stuff like that, to go against the grain of your future, of your life, of your reputation. You're going to go against the grain to lie for the love of money. For some money? Man, look, it's 1,000,001 ways to make money and you ain't got to lay on your back doing it. But they wanted you to lay on your back. They lied and said you was laying on your back. And they was humming Amazing Grace over your casket. That's what they lied and said. They lied and said that you was gone 6 feet under. You heard me? I don't know. They said you was gone. I don't know what they said on their death certificate. They might have said they cremated you. I don't know what they said, but what I do know is this right here. They made a death certificate. They put insurance on you. They lied and said you was deceased. They made a fake death certificate and they cashed in on the insurance policy money. They cashed in on this insurance policy money. They went against the grain. They went against your morals. They went against you as a person. And they think that they was going to come out on top because they done this to an innocent person. You was innocent in all this. They threw you under the bus. They tried to drive the bus over you, but the bus reversed and hit them. And now everything is out in the open. Everything is coming out. The light is shining so hard on these people and they groups, they situations, they families, everything. Everything somebody has wished upon you is coming back on them. Everything. People were blaming you for stuff that you had no part in. Some of these folks see now that you was innocent and they want to come back and apologize. And this is what I would say about that. Apology don't hold no weight to when they did all this stuff to go against you. Man, some of y'all, I ain't gonna lie. When all this stuff come out that what was done to y'all, you're gonna be like, wow, people really dislike me that much to be doing all that. Man, they did some stuff. They paid some people. Then the crazy part about it is when you get a wake-up call on who always connected and who all received money, it's going to blow your brains. You heard me? Your top going to be blown back by when you find out who was all part of your demise and doing all the rest of this. Because like I say, some of y'all been throwing it back on somebody who took some money from you, took some money to hurt and harm y'all. Some of y'all been stroking somebody who took money to hurt and harm y'all. They couldn't do it. They fell in love with a trill one. They fell in love with a trill one, so they couldn't. They couldn't hurt and harm you because you touched something in their heart. They seen what it was. They seen what it's hitting for. They seen it was all out of jealousy. So on your behalf, they stepped up on your behalf and made this right. And made this right. They went to the people. They let the people know on your behalf because they really fooling with you. They like you. They like, yeah. That's how they feel. They feel like you. They like, yeah. You their little baby. You their little sweetie. You their little boo. Whatever it is. You know, you they dude. You him. That's how they feel. So, of course, they feel like that way. They feel guilty, too, because they did take bread. They took bread. They let the enemy use them, and they took the money or whatever, but they got close to you. They start loving. They start loving on you and making love to you. All right, but that's what happened. They start loving on you and making love to you. And they start seeing by you just being in their presence, in their company, by you talking to them, by you being or whatever. They seeing you was nothing like the way that people was portraying you to be. So they had to step up and they had to help you. They had to make this right for you. Because you hit that heart. You know, I tell people this all the time, man, once you hit in somebody's heart, man, that hit different. Liking somebody, but somebody holding weight in your heart, man, that hit different. And you hold weight in their heart. So they protecting you by all means necessary. They're going to continue to protect you. While these other clowns, goofies, nobodies did all this to hurt you, to harm you, because what? Some of them did it because they were jealous of you. Some of them did it because you rejected them. Some of them did it because they didn't like you. They didn't like you. They didn't like what you represent. They didn't like where you was going. They want to hinder you. They want to stop you from being the best version of you. They didn't want you to reach your full potential. They didn't want you to be who God has called you to be. Man, they didn't like that. They didn't like, listen, they wanted to humble you. They wanted to humble you. That's what they wanted. They wanted to humble you. They felt like you thought you was Miss all that, Mr. all that, Miss Know-It-All, Mr. Know-It-All. They didn't like that. They didn't like how you moved. They didn't like your confidence. So they tried to strip you. They tried to break you. They tried to break you and couldn't. And couldn't. Man, listen. I want to let y'all know this. When you discover who you are, when you discover your name, I'm not talking about your physical name, I'm talking about your spiritual name. When you discover who you are, so many doors open for you. When you discover who you are, you acknowledge who you are, and you accept who you are, and you walk in who you are. Favor, grace, mercy, blessings, anointings follow you. I don't care who they can get somebody who been in the game for over 60 years to try to come against you. Not a hair on your head gonna be touched. Ain't nothing in your life gonna fall when you know who you are. So I tell you guys, listen, you gotta know who you are and whose you are. And being that you know who you are, and being that you knows who you are, that's why a lot of people going through what they going through right now. Because if these people would have just waited a little longer, if they could have just waited a little longer and say, I ain't gonna jump in this. I ain't gonna try to put no spell on them. I ain't gonna send them no death magic. I ain't gonna do none of this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna watch. If they would have just observed you for a little bit while longer, they wouldn't be going through what they going through. They wouldn't be facing these penitentiary chances. The feds wouldn't be on them. You heard me? They still would be able to do what they do. The feds wouldn't be on them. Death wouldn't be happening in their family. They wouldn't be losing their jobs. Their husbands wouldn't be able to leave them. Their wife wouldn't be able to leave them. Their children wouldn't be going through all kind of mental stuff. Everything is falling for these people because they came against you. They choose to pick. That's the thing. They all choose to pick on you behind lies, 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 lies. Never dislike someone because someone else don't like them. Never dislike somebody's character over what somebody else said about them. Never judge somebody without getting to know them. This right here is a major lesson for every single person who have played a part in trying to unalive you, and cashing in this insurance policy, and consulting practitioners, and gang stalking you, and wanting all this stuff for you. Baby, listen. They got about 5 subject notebooks with text messages concerning your name and plots and plans that they have against you. They got so much evidence against these people. For some of y'all, it's a group, some Masons, Freemasons, some church folks. Some of y'all, it's some little gang, because some little dirty D little boy wants to be down. Some little smelly coochie girl want to be down. So they thought that they could sacrifice you. They ain't know that God keep rams in the bushes for you. So every time they come for you, they think they coming for you. God end up putting a mirror in front of you and it reflect that mirror. It bounces off that mirror and reflect back in their life. They ain't understand that. They ain't understand when it says, touch not my anointed one. Just that right there, touch not my anointed one. Stop trying to touch people. You don't know what anointed, what spiritual rank they are. You don't know what anointed that they are. Stop. Stop trying to stop people from speaking their truth. Stop trying to stop people from getting their gifts because you dislike them. Stop trying to stop people from walking into their divine calling. Who the hell are you to dictate what happens in somebody else's life? You ain't nobody. God ain't called you to be nobody. That's why you do cutthroat and conniving stuff. That's why you want somebody else's gift. That's why you try to destiny swap with somebody, because you ain't nobody. And God ain't called you to be nobody. See, some of y'all don't like reality. See, but I blame y'all bald-head mamas and y'all dirty daddies for not instructing y'all better, not teaching y'all the real as y'all was growing up. But some of y'all was raised by the streets. Some of y'all was raised by all kind of people. And none of them people taught you nothing. They ain't taught you never be jealous of nobody else's lifestyle. They ain't taught you never want what somebody else have. They ain't taught you about going through what you got to go through to get where you need to get. They ain't teach you none of that. So that's why half of y'all adults, the way y'all are now, y'all pocket watch. Y'all try to shame others because they speaking their truth and they not into you. Y'all so materialistic because y'all public pretenders. Let's talk about it. Y'all be so much of public pretenders because when y'all was growing up, nobody ain't told y'all to keep it real with yourself. Nobody ain't told y'all not to want what nobody else have. So it don't matter who you snake, you heard me? To get that money, to get a lifestyle, to be superficial. You willing to snake anybody. A lot of y'all made sacrifices. Y'all try to make a sacrifice of an innocent person's life. And that sacrifice of that innocent person's life that you try to sacrifice is going to take out half of your bloodline. You didn't curse your bloodline, taking out half of your bloodline, and people around you dropping like flies. People around you dropping like flies. Businesses breaking down. Homes being messed up. People taking financial hits. And guess what? Nobody still want to take accountability. Nobody still want to take accountability. Pick their balls up. Close their legs up and say, man, you know what? We was down bad in entertainment. We should have never went against this person. We should have never tried this person. We should have never done what we did. Nobody still don't want to take accountability. And saying that they messed up. They dropped the ball. They misjudged. Somebody misled them. They didn't pray and ask God to remove the scales from their eyes so they could see things for what they were. They ain't pray and ask the scale from their ears so they can see, so they can hear to what it is. We tried to block somebody's intuition. Who the hell you supposed to be? You ain't nobody to block nobody's intuition. You ain't nobody to stop nothing. Listen, just because somebody's life maybe get busy with school, work, kids, or whatever, that don't mean that the knowledge ain't still poured in. That don't mean that you ain't stopping them. Just because you might not see nobody post, you might not see nobody talk about nothing, that don't mean that they going through something in life. They probably just be busy, handling business. That don't mean that you winning because somebody is not doing what they normally do. That don't mean that you winning. That just mean that they focus is somewhere else for the time being. But when the time is right, they focus gonna get right. Some of y'all, like I said, When all this stuff gonna come to y'all, what happened to y'all, it's gonna be, y'all gonna laugh. And the reason why you're gonna laugh from kids to crying, you see, because what they trying to poke you emotionally. But they can't, because it's funny. You gotta go through all the measures. For little old me, I must be something special. I'm special. They failed to realize he got his hands on you. He ain't coming off you. No matter what they do or what they say. No matter who they pay to stalk. No matter what they did. They going down. They going down. Mark my words. You ain't got to listen. You can go back and listen at some of my older stuff. And it's happening now. I said what I said. I stand 10 toes flat on what I say. I never back up like a crawfish. I'm just standing anybody's face, anybody's chest, mama, daddy, whoever. It is what it is and it ain't what it ain't. They going to jail. They lied. They lied, bruh. They lied on you. They tried to destroy you. They tried to assassinate your character. They wanted to ruin you. They wanted to unalive you. And when you find out, like I said, who was all involved, you're going to be like, dang, bruh. Man, that's crazy. So I don't know what this message is for. I don't even know who needs to hear this. But listen. It's your girl, the Real True Divine Feminine. You know what it is. Hey, if this message is for you, it's for you. If it's not, it's not. I just pray it bless who it needs to bless, help who it needs to help. And it is what it is. If you want to share it, share it. If you want to like it, like it. Either way, I'ma still do me. Peace.